Times you just need the Dear Abby and Dear Alan of Fargo-Moorhead. This is the Love Doctors. Submit these always online at 194.com on the B on the Playhouse page. Love Doctors, you're the love gurus. My girlfriend wants me to meet her parents this weekend, Memorial Day weekend. But they live in Alexandria, so she figured we could drive down, meet them, and then spend the whole weekend there. They have a place on the lake, I guess, which is great, and that does sound fun. But I would rather meet them on a time where I literally don't need to stay there for several days, just like an hour or two. I suggested we go for one day and then come back. She says that'll ruin her plans for Memorial Day weekend, and that's where she's going with or without me for all 3 days. What do I do here?
I mean, why are you so worried about spending the night? I get it that it could be a little uncomfortable.
2 nights.
Okay, spending
maybe 3.
2 nights, 3 nights, whatever, just spending multiple days with them. So your girlfriend's going to be there with you. Mm-hmm. So you have that. You'll be safe. I don't get that. It seems like you're going to have a lot of fun.
It probably would be a good time. I don't entirely disagree that if it is awkward and not comfortable, that you're going to be so grateful when that hour or two is up, those 2-3 hours maybe. But you're just assuming it's going to be, you might have a good time. Like, they're on the lake, and I think, knock on all the wood, this weekend's supposed to be okay, right, as far as weather goes. Mm-hmm. Maybe get out on the boat or whatever. I mean, they have stuff I assume they do. There's going to be activities. It's not like you're sitting around on the couch staring at each other for 3 days. Yeah,
just all having to talk about you constantly. Mm-hmm. No, I think you're going to have fun. Now, if you are really worried, could you say, would it be okay if I drove separate and I met you there?
Yeah.
Whatever. And then just maybe say, like, pretend like you have something you have to do if you want to leave.
Well, and do you have to go ahead and elongate the time entirely? Like, you don't have to leave Friday afternoon. Like, what if you guys went Saturday and, just go ahead and don't make it as long as possible by any means. Compromise a bit. Yeah,
I guess that's what you could ask. Like, instead of leaving Friday after work, could we just go home, relax, and then we can leave Saturday morning?
Mm-hmm. Compromise it up a little bit. Love Doctors, you're the love gurus. My husband has been such a lazy slop lately. He didn't used to be, but lately he's been getting home from work and just plops on the couch and lives there, zoning out in front of the television until bedtime. This weekend, it was like pulling teeth to get him to do anything like lawn work or go shopping with me or anything. I feel like it's really weird and out of character that he's become this sad sack of laziness. Any tips on how to motivate him?
I would just have a conversation. Hey, are you okay? What's going on? Stressed out from work?
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like something's going on. You're saying this is not like him at all. I feel like it sounds like he's a little sad or maybe he's just stressed from work.
Yeah, I would focus less on the fact that you think he's been sitting on the couch too much and more like, why does this guy seem depressed? Is this guy depressed?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, or that.
Don't say, what can I do to motivate him? How about you just figure out what's wrong with him?
You good? I've noticed you seem a little down lately.
Yeah.
Don't seem to want to do anything. Love Doctors, you are the love gurus, and I'm seeing a guy. He's super cute, but he gives extremely wet kisses. It's like getting licked by a dog. My face is literally dripping after we make out.
That's so gross.
I saw a bubble of saliva on my face when I went to the bathroom after we kissed, and it was so gross. He is 32 years old, so it seems like he should have kissed plenty of people before me, and he would have learned how to properly kiss by now, but it is pretty awkward. Would you leave somebody over this as their way to teach kissing, especially when they're already middle-aged? Any tips?
I don't know how you could tell somebody to not have so much saliva in their mouth. You might just have to deal with it or break up.
I wonder what would happen if you just said, listen, really like you, like what we got going on here. Love kissing you, but sometimes you get a little wet.
What?
Sloppy.
What are you going to say? Keep that saliva in your mouth? Like, how are you going to tell somebody that?
I know, and do you need to necessarily be having like full-on make-out sessions? Like, there's a difference between just like a little kiss and then like full-on just like making out. Maybe you don't do that as much.
I think you're just going to have to get used to it. You're going to have sloppy, wet kisses like you're kissing a dog.
I mean, I don't necessarily like this route, but I think sometimes shaming does have its effect.
But that's
what if
not
you literally
fair.
said, like if you described it to him that way, and he said, sometimes I feel like I was licked by a dog. Like, it's just so slobbery sometimes, so spitty. He would be self-conscious and probably knock it off. Like, he'd be very cognizant of it, and that would maybe fix the problem.
I think it would make things worse. Then he's going to be in his own head.
What would do you drool when you're in your own head?
I'm afraid, like, then he's going to be, like, overthinking it as you guys are kissing or things like that, and it's just going to embarrass him, and then he's not going to want to kiss you, and he's going to have resentment towards you, and it's either going to ruin the relationship. So I say, either don't say anything, Not yet. Because maybe once you're like further in, you can kind of mention it.
There is the old practice makes perfect route, too. I mean,
That's true.
The more you guys do this together, I mean, you kind of, you find each other, right? You find each other's rhythm.
That's why, yeah, maybe you just got to wait.